Ba-da-da-da-dum-ba-da-da-doo. Oh, I think we are all set. I think we are ready. Are we ready? Yes, we are. Hello, travelers of the internet, and welcome back to Guardian Studios. Or if you are new to the channel, hey there and welcome to you. My name is JGuardo1, and I am your host, your guide, and your humble bard into the world's virtual. And I am very pleased to be able to welcome you all back to the channel, or in the case of the newcomers, welcome you fresh to a Guardian Studios experience. We are back on the world of Crumbach, my friends, where we have so much to do. So much to do, so little time to get the ball rolling on each thing we have to do. Since last session, I want you guys to be able to see, been spending some AFK time on the world, letting grass grow up a stairway into our delightful high pens. Yep, the high pens now have grass growing all over the place. The lower level, as you can see, has fully adopted the grass coating. Second layer, I'm actually very pleased to see this. It is also fully coated. Third layer is still in progress. Fourth and fifth layers have not gotten anywhere yet. But the grass is growing, it is spreading, and soon we will have grass on all layers of the high pens, and we will be able to house all our animals securely. Now, there would already be grass if I had Silk Touch. Sadly, I have not done any villager stuff, as you guys have seen. The only thing that has happened on this world since last session was me doing the AFK time to get grass to grow up into the high pens. Anyway, hello Ellison, hello Davian, good to see you both, and let me welcome you with the classic, or the now classic, Chicken Jerky! Yep. That meme is never going to get old at this point. It is just stuck in play. It is not going anywhere. Anyway, now that we are online, we are up and operational, I want to check something. Is this, as I hope, a path I can use to get animals by land over to our area? Yes, it is. It is that. That is good. I can use different animal feeds to lure the animals along up to the high pens. Pardon me. Ugh. Oh no, Davian, did you spawn in a Soul Sand Valley like you were saying you were gonna do? My fear is you either ended up in a Soul Sand Valley, or just as bad, you may have ended up in the, Basalt Delta. Thank you, by the way. Thank you. Oh, crud. My copper gear is almost busted. Not good. Not good. Well, we're definitely going to have to do some mining soon. May have to go find where I was mining before and start digging again. Try to find some more iron. Honestly, iron would be good because I'm almost completely out of iron, and our copper supplies were starting to run low too. So I can now move my animals, so I'm going to start preparing to do so. Nether waste. Oh no! Right next to Soul Sand Valley. Oh no, my dude. My dude. It just does not seem... Oh my goodness, that stinks. I am so sorry, man. I am so sorry that you ended up in that biome. Nether Waste is bad enough, but a Soul Sand Valley right next door? That is gassed that is gassed central. Why wasn't that guy... That guy must have had some kind of armor on that I couldn't see. That would explain why he wasn't burning in the sun. What? Oh, there goes Ellison, phasing through the floor again. Man, I really hope the grass spreads fast through those places. I need that to already be a thing. Bring some dirt with me so I can block off the sections as we get the animals into them. If I have to do new staircases to lead animals up later, I'm okay with doing that. Alright, let's start with the chickens. Chickens. Oh, chickens. Buck, buck, buck. Come along, chickens. That's right. Come with me. I'll bring you somewhere new, somewhere cool. You found 3 gastlings? Oh, nice! You found a bunch of dried ghasts. Sweet! You got 3 gastlings. That is awesome. Here's hoping I'm able to find them at least somewhat as fast when it's my turn to go to the Nether. So the one thing I'm looking forward to when I do go to the Nether is being able to get a ghastling. Because I like them little guys. Oh my gosh, I just had a thought. Can a ghastling be given a golden dandelion? That was almost bad. No. No, you get out of here. Get away from my chickens. This is part of why I wanted to do these guys first, because I figured they'd be the hardest to keep alive on the way over. Oh man, if they can... If gastlings can be given the golden dandelion treatment, oh, I am never going to let one grow. There's going to be one that is going to stay little forever. It is going to stay a gastling forever. Because those things are absolutely adorable. Come on, chickens. I want to get you guys into the middle layer. Come on. There we go. Yes. That's it. Come on up. Come on up. Good. Okay. Now, I'm going to let you guys off the hook. I don't mind if they roam between layers for right now. I can fix that, fix any wandering later. But I gotta make sure they don't go down. I don't want them going down. Alright, next up... What animal should I move next? Pigs, sheep, or cows? Yeah, I figure keeping one small is a cool way to have a little friend. I mean, have you heard the adorable noises they make? It's cute. They're cute little critters. Cute little flying critters. Hello, Lazy! Welcome, Lazy! Wait a minute, what did Ellison say? Uh-oh. Yeah, feel free to take any pumpkins you need, Ellison. Any pumpkins you need for those guys, feel free to take them. We need to keep them calm. They need to be kept calm. Because those two are troublemakers when they're agitated. Alright, I think I'm gonna move the pigs next. Come on over, piggies. 1, little 2, little 3 little piggies. 4 little pigs. The story may have been 3 little pigs, but we got 4 little pigs. We got an extra in case of a big bad wolf. No, in all seriousness, I like to keep an even number if I can manage it. Come along, piggies. Let's take you to your new home. Lazy, have you been here before? You been on the channel before? You hung out with us before? I don't honestly know. Unfortunately, sometimes people come with one name, leave, and then come back with another one later. Oi! Get up here, you stinky little things! Ah, there you go. Now we're cooking. Trying to go slow so that they've got time to climb. These guys off their leads, and then use potato to guide them up to the next layer. Come on, guys. You can do it. There you go. Come on over to this side, all of you. Come on. Alright, now let's go up one more layer. There we go. There he is. There's number 4. Alright, you guys can go ahead, start multiplying. I'm gonna go down here. sometimes I wish we could obtain grass blocks without having to use Silk Touch, you know? That way we'd be able to collect it early on for spreading it around the different areas that need it. But I'll take what I can get. Alright, next up are the wheat eaters. I got a couple of things I'm going to have to toss into a chest. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Ba-da! Alright, my leads. And get a couple of wolves and lead over the sheep. Hey, Leo! Good to see you, my man! Good to see you. How are you doing today, my friend? Doing good? I hope so. I hope you're doing real good. Hope you're having a good day. Honestly, I hope the same for everybody else. I hope everybody's having a good day or night, depending on where you are in the world. And if you're not, hey, hope the stream makes everything a little better for you. Alright, whoop, whoop. Sheep! Oh, no, 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 don't lead you. You don't need the lead. Of course, once we get these guys moved, I'll come back and take care of the fences. These guys, I think I'll just go ahead and pull on the leads this way. Nice. I haven't really seen much of his stuff, but I know he's done a few songs based on that series, which actually have a nice rhythm. Some of them. Some of them have nice instrumental aspects, but oi, get over here, you naughty little lamb! Come on. And I've heard a lot of songs being made based on that series. I'm doing pretty good, Leo. And thank you for posting the rules, my man. Always appreciate you doing that. Always appreciate when you do that. Come on, sheep. Come along. We're taking you to a nice new home. You're going to love it. Nice and sheltered and secure. No risk of any nasty, untamed wolves coming after you. So, you don't have to worry about the big bad wolf either. Here, let me get you guys off your leads. I think those are just interfering with you at this point. There you go. One at a time. One at a time. My wolf wants to come along too. There we go. I will inevitably end up having to build a new staircase to get armadillos to the top, but that'll be okay. I'll be okay with doing that. Hopefully, who knows, by then I may have a water elevator system and be able to just take them right up to the second to last layer. Because the true last layer of that tree is the very top, where I've got the lookout post. And yes, I'm going to bring over these cows as well as the ones by our actual home. Alright, 6 cows so far. Come along, my friends. Oh! One of them lost connection. Where are you? There you are. You're the one that got popped off the line. Alright, come on. Come along, cows. We need to get you over to your cousins. Funny, Leo. Funny. Funny. Nice reference. Oh, we lost him again. One of these cows is being a bit of a slowpoke. Alright, come on. Everybody out of the water. Let's go. Alright, where are my 2 wolves? There's that one. And the other one is right there. Alright. Let's bring these guys over to these guys. Ow. Good job, Wolf. Didn't need that zombie to hang around and cause me trouble. Oh, jeez. You took a music disc out and it kept playing? Sounds like there was a bug happening. Pen those ones in. I think at this point the leads are actually getting in the way. Yeah, they were. Because now these guys will follow me up themselves easily. Alright, come on, dudes. Come on, cows. All of you. Oh, crud. Those ones got themselves hurt. Out of my way. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait a minute. That's only 9. There were 4 in the second pen. I'm missing 1. Oh. Well, that explains it. I say I'm missing 1, and then I go to look for him, and I'm like, oh. That's why I'm missing 1. It died. There we go. Everybody is off the leads now. These guys will roam around in there, chow down on grass to help themselves grow. And our animals are now solidly in place. So really all that's left for transferring from below ground to above ground is I need to go gather up all those fences we left behind, gather up the crops we left behind, the items that are in that chest over there, and then eventually we've got to figure out how we're going to do wood farming, which I have an idea. I'm thinking we make a tower. Perhaps it was the original dwellers' way of getting up into the trees before they figured out other ways to make it work. But we could make the tower have space for a nice wood farm, either on top of it or right next to it. And that would make it so that I don't have to keep coming down to the ground floor to get my my wood needs taken care of. Thank you, Ellison. Hey, I hope you have a good time playing Fortnite. In theory, that should make that land start to break down. I may set up a tree specifically for housing the wolf pack. Spread them out throughout layers of that tree. Or between several trees, all dedicated to housing the wolf pack. What do you guys think? One tree for the wolf pack? Or several separate trees for the wolf pack? Yeah. Ghasts, normal ghasts suck. The only good ghast is the happy ghast. And running around with an empty bucket. I need to actually have water in the bucket for when I need it. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking several separate trees with different wolf skins hanging out in each of the different trees. That way, we can keep track of where each skin is in case I need to replenish the count of that skin type. You have moss. I'm almost tempted to take that off your hands. But then I'm thinking better of it. Okay, charcoal from the campfire. Scoop up all the items. There's gonna be some remnants of our having been here, I'm sure. But most of it is gonna get wiped out. And that's simply because I'm moving. This is moving day. This is me moving as much of my stuff as I can carry each way back and forth to where I need it all to go. Another thing we can do with the tower, if we do build the tower for our wood farm, and as another access point from below, we could easily make the inside of the tower house a kelp farm that we can later automate with like regular piston pushing. It's a thought anyway. Funny, Ellison. Oh, I just saw what you said about your Fortnite having to download. Sounds like it's either doing a very big update, or you may have had it taken off your machine at some point. My guess is the update. That seems more likely. No, I'm going to leave that pen behind because I think was the first one I did. What do we got in here? A bunch of stuff. Let's see what we can scoop up in our bundle. Excuse me, I meant bundles. We have several. Crafting table can go in there. Chest can also go in there. And that is this old camp pretty much erased. Like I said, we're going to leave one pen behind. But everything else from our old base camp, we're tearing up and taking with us. Waste not, want not, they say. I just say, don't waste good. Especially not when it took you a while to get good. Yes, I went there. Nice, Davian. That's awesome about the iron. That really is. That you're getting more than you were expecting. That's cool. It's always cool when you get more of what you need than what you expected. Better to have more than you need than to have none of what you need. Am I right? Better more than less, and better what you need than nothing. And particularly better than something you need. Thanks, Ellison. Appreciate that. Alright. Is that... Yep, both of the wolves came with us. Good pups. Good dogs. Come with me. Sit. Sit. Unfortunately, you guys still have to hang out down here until I get a shelter space set up for you. But we will get to that. Go ahead and empty out my pockets of everything that I can. Particularly all of the crops and building materials. Okay. Do 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 do. Please tell me those can go in. Okay, most of them can. Alright, so some of this stuff's going to go into the overflow. And there we go. Our old camp and our presence on the ground is all but eliminated. We'll see if I do the Mario voice, Ellison. I may very well do it, but we'll see. Now, let me think. You know, I wish you could use bone meal on the, on, what are they called? On dirt blocks next to grass to make grass spread, the same way that you can make nylium spread using bone meal on adjacent netherrack blocks. You know what I mean? That would be such a useful feature. My sugarcane has been waiting for me to harvest. There we go. Rage baiting skeletons. You mean making them tricking them into shooting each other and then going back and forth until one is done? Yeah, that's always fun. And thank you for the compliment about my base. I honestly am really loving it. I wasn't entirely sure about the idea behind it, but now that I've had it for a little bit, now that I'm working on it, I am truly enjoying it. It's a solid base, and I love it. You know, eventually we are going to have a ton of cats running around down there. Or at least sitting around down there. You tricked them into hitting a piglin? Uh-oh. Stinks to be those guys. Skeleton go boom. And in a fun way, too. Okay, so animals are taken care of. I want to come over here and check on the higher layers. I want to see if the grass is spreading. Which layer is this? Is this the pigs? Yeah, this is the pigs. I think. No, this is the pigs. So this layer below the pigs must be sheep. Yep, there they are. Aw, look at the little lamb. Look at that. Look at that silly little cute face. That is so cool. Oh no, Davian. Oh, guests really are just the worst, aren't they? Chances of that are slim to zip. Ellison, sorry. I either don't have any, it's always I either don't have any, or I'm just not looking to get spooked by them. Not much of a horror gamer. Ooh, I left a crafting table here. Need to grab that. So this will be the layer where the chickens are. This layer and the next one up, the chickens currently have to themselves. Because this layer hasn't got any grass grown on it yet. But this is where I plan to have armadillos, since those are the other animal that I can farm. I can farm everything. I can farm 5 categories of animals. Cows, pigs, sheep, chickens, and armadillos. Technically, if I ever find a sniffer egg, I could farm a sniffer too. But the chances of me doing that are almost zip. The fact of the matter is, Ellison, I don't have access to that game. I don't even have access to the first one, so sadly, can't. Even if I really wanted to, I can't. Gotcha, Davian. Gotcha. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have any of them. I don't have any of the games in that series. I don't have any games in that category, really. It's not usually my cup of tea, so... I usually just enjoy watching other people get spooked by them. That's always fun. Watching the other players get spooked. Can you blame me? It's fun. Alright, that soil is slowly dehydrating. Good. So that part of our presence is soon to be obscured. What did it remind you of, Ellison? What did it remind you of? Gotta figure out a spot where I can do this tower I want to do. I guess right down there. I can do the tower right down there and then have a temple. Maybe build some kind of a jungle temple upgrade sort of thing next to it. And that can be what led these guys, part of what led the guys to build up in these treetops. They decided our temple is up high, the tower brings us up high to it. We might as well live higher up where we can more easily gain access to the temple. And that would be why they went and did it the way they did it. Theoretically, anyway. At some point, I should find a spot nearby where I can do some cactus farming. Because I got some ideas of things to do with green that it would require concrete. And it would require a lot of it, so I would need a lot of green dye to make the green concrete. I'm gonna go up to the lookout platform for a second. I just had this sudden urge to go up there. Definitely gonna need to set up an actual water elevator in this space at some point. Might go ahead and do that. All I would need to do is plant kelp coming up from the very bottom all the way to the top of the tree. I like that I can come up here and look around. Look out at the environment. And I am thinking somewhere along the way we're going to end up doing some kind of tower or temple or something elevated off the ground where I can do my wood farming. Who knows? I might even have it be connected to up here to the lookout platform instead of any other part of the area. Like have a lever-based piston here under this block to grant me access to a long bridge leading out to it. Have it be a very high temple or high tower so that I can go do my wood farming. Kind of feel like them doing everything in the treetops. Endermen. Ooh. Endermen. I kind of want to hunt those guys. I kind of want to hunt those Endermen that I saw. But if I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna need wolves. Alright, come on. Let's bring a bunch of the wolf pack with us. Oh, and a cat. Let's bring a cat. Bring one of the jelly cats. Please tell me they're still here. Doesn't look like they are. Cat was doing its job, though, keeping that creeper at bay. Get him, wolves! Get the zombie! Now the other one. Oh, crud. That zombie had a sword, didn't he? Ah, darn it. There's so much stuff going on here. Get him, wolves! Good dogs. Sorry guys, not looking at the chat at the moment, because I'm trying to focus on my hunt. It does look like the Endermen already either despawned or teleported away, though. That stinks. Would have been cool if I could have taken them on. Maybe one of them would have been carrying a grass block and I'd have an easier time spreading green all over my animal farm area. Go get 'em! kind of wish there was an animal you could tame and have as a hunting partner that would actually be able to attack creepers, you know? I do often wish that was a thing. And you know what my first thought is? Oddly enough, my first thought for such an animal, an owl. Imagine you got this, you find and tame this owl. You tame an owl and boom, you got the best hunting partner in the whole deal. Because what it can do is swoop down on enemies and catch them with its talons and then swoop back out of range nice and silent. And it's particularly aggressive against creepers. Alright, Ellison. We'll see you another time if you're not sticking around. Yeah, an owl. I really do think the owl would be good, because if you've ever seen videos comparing how different birds fly, owls are pretty much always borderline silent, if not totally silent. In a way, they're the real apex predator bird in all of wilderness. In all of the wild, the owl is probably one of the most deadly predators towards anything it considers prey. And it would make sense, in a way, that it's an owl. The owl would go after the most... go after the creeper. Because both are quiet until they're agitated. Either way, it would be cool if we had one more flying pet. An actual pet. Not just something that if you give it an item, oh, it'll go pick it up. If you take the item away, it'll just wander away. That's my main complaint with the allay, is you can give it an item and oh, it's happy to go pick up that item for you, collect it for you. But then the moment you take that item away, it forgets you. It just completely forgets you. That's my number one complaint about the allay. Well, no, actually that's my number two complaint. My number one complaint about the allay is it can only ever pick up one stack or so of an item. It can't pick up any more than that. And there's no way to give it more inventory. That's my number one complaint about the allay. And yeah, we've already got one bird-based pet in the game, so who's to say they couldn't add in another one? One that would be a lot more useful than the parrot. I mean, all the parrot really is a flying early warning system for if there's a hostile mob around. And it's one that is extremely annoying. Uh-oh. Where's the second chicken? Is it up here? Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, look at that! Look at it! Look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it. It's a chick. Listen to it. It's so cute. Oh, it's so cute. Why does it have to be so cute? It's just this tiny little ball of nothing, and yet it's adorable. Scoop up this bamboo. The old bamboo, the old bamboo. Better never bother with the old bamboo. You could have the hat or the bumper shoe, but you better never bother with me old bamboo. Another thing I'd be growing in the stone temple or stone tower would definitely be bamboo, because it'd be good to get that up off the ground. So now I have to take back what I said before. There is one more trace of us having been down here on the ground, and that's the bamboo. I don't have a spot specifically for farming it yet. Once I can move that and wood farming up off the ground, then we will be able to say everything is moved. Now we have no trace left on the ground, which I will be happy about. I don't want to live on the ground in this jungle. The whole point of this jungle base is to live up in the treetops and up high off the ground. So that's what we're going to aim for. One way or another. We're going to get everything, all our operations, every bit of logistics and everything, off the ground. You know, I'm half tempted to turn that into another lookout tower, complete with a diving board for jumping off into the sea, or lake, or whatever that is. I think that's basically a lake around here. It's either a lake, or it's just a very thick river. Fire aspect is good. Fire aspect is good until you don't need it, or until you don't want it. I'll tell you my biggest pet peeve about fire aspect. It makes Endermen even more erratic. When they're running around from an attack from you, if you hit them with fire aspect, they teleport around a lot more erratically if they're on fire. That's my only reason. That's the only reason why I don't bother with fire aspect. Because otherwise it's a great power. It's great for making enemies that you can't get up close with again go down a little faster. Oh, smart. AFK at the skeleton farm. Hey, don't blame me for doing that. I think eventually we may expand my operation with all this, so that I have some additional presence. I forget. I lost track of what I was saying there. Oh. What I was trying to say is, I think at some point I may have to bring some flowers and some bees up here into the treetops. Dangerous if I'm not careful, but Bees make crops grow even faster when they fly over them after pollinating at a flower. So, anything to help make my crops grow quicker is something I intend to take advantage of. One of the Hobbit Hole worlds I was doing, Gyros, that one was actually going to have bee farming involved in a kind of in-the-ground greenhouse setup that I was doing. But that world file got corrupted, so I can't revive that world, sadly. But the sequel world, Galibor, the one that I've been doing since that one got fouled up, that world has been going strong. Alright, we got a few beetroot seeds growing over here. Our potatoes and wheat are replanted. Ah. Makes sense, Davian. Makes sense. Reserving it for specific mobs and not using it on the other ones. That makes a whole lot of sense to me. That's how I would do it too if I had two weapons to choose from. A small peeve that I have in this game that I may have brought up before. Does anybody else find it weird that the axe takes 2 points of durability for every attack you do that actually costs it durability, rather than it only doing 1 durability, like swords? With a sword, you hit an enemy, if it doesn't have unbreaking, that's an automatic 1 durability damage to the sword. With an axe, no unbreaking, you hit the enemy with the axe, it's 2 durability. I don't understand that. The axe is a weapon. I mean, yes, it is most prominently a tool for chopping wood. But it is also a weapon. Now, I'll give you this much. They have made it so it has a counterpoint. If you use the axe on an enemy holding a shield, it disables the shield. Although my issue with that is that's only good for PvP. I never see a hostile mob running around with a shield. Do you? Has anybody ever seen that happen, where a monster spawns in with a shield? Because if that happens, I must just have been unfortunate enough to never see it. If it does happen naturally, then dude, I am A-okay with that. Ooh, ouch. Yeah. Fire aspect in another fortress is not really worth it. Because I'm pretty sure wither skeletons aren't affected by it. I want to say wither skeletons aren't actually affected by fire aspect, but I could be wrong. I could be misremembering. It's been so long since I've had to fight a wither skeleton. Much less specifically fight one with a fire aspect sword. Ooh, iron. I lost track of what I was saying. Was I in the middle of saying something? I think I was, but I don't remember what I was saying. Anyway, I want to come down here and... Now that I realize the ceiling is so low, I want to knock out some blocks to make this smoother. But I want to go mining and try to get a little bit of iron. I've already got 7, so that's a good start. I hear you. I hear you. I want to see, is there any iron along this tunnel that I may have missed? I doubt it. I'm pretty sure I'll have collected all the iron in this tunnel. Because I dug this tunnel. So if there was iron along here, I would have seen it. I would have plucked it up. But I just want to take a look and double check. Whoa, there's items here. Was not expecting that. I must have kept this spot out of not render distance, simulation distance somehow, so it wasn't able to get rid of that cobblestone that was sitting there. Oh, this is an aquifer. That's an aquifer. That's the underground waterlogged cave. It's a waterlogged cave, not something I really want to deal with if I can avoid it. There we go. Gotta clear out this water. There we go. That's a start. Nice. There we go. Oh, there we go. Huh. You had gold boots on, but the piglins still attacked you? You hadn't previously hit a piglin, had you? Because hitting any piglin will set all piglins in the area on edge. And unless you had previously hit a piglin, and hadn't been out of range of those guys for a while, I can't imagine why they would be mad at you. Especially if you were wearing gold. Huh. Well, only explanation I can come up with is maybe there was a bug happening. Sounds like a lot of people are dealing with bugs here and there. There it goes. I was waiting for my pickaxe to break before I started heading back. I was hoping I'd get more iron than this, but I'll take what I got. I'll just have to use some of it to make a new pick. I don't get it either, my friend. I think next time I come down here, I'll go the other direction. Got him back though, huh? Good, good. Yeah, when it comes to mobs like piglins, I follow the rule of counter. Otherwise referred to as the rule of you slap me, I slap you. A monster or other creature in the game slaps me, I slap back. Harder. Does it always work out good for me? No. But it's satisfying. 99% of the time. Even if only for just a moment, it ends up being satisfying. Let's set up this iron to cook. Because I need a new pick. And I'm better off just going with an iron pickaxe rather than another copper one. I don't even know if I've got any copper left, actually. Let's take a look. Very little. Oh! I've got an iron... Oh, that's right. I was going to save the iron pick. That's right. Well, we'll go ahead and use it. You know what? We'll use it and we'll process this iron. And hope that we find more iron while we're down in the mine again. Because I think we're going to go back down to the mine for a few minutes and see if we can find some more iron. I need to get to a point where I can have enough iron to replace my helmet and my boots. And I need to get to a point where I can have full iron tools. A full iron ensemble would be amazing at this point. It really would. Oh yeah, I forgot about that too. I forgot. Yeah, the charged creeper makes mobs drop their heads if they have one to drop. Hello, Evie! Or Evie Michael. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back if you are a returning viewer. I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for asking. If you are a returning viewer, sorry, I'm not recognizing the name for some reason. Not at the moment. Not really in the market to look for commission, anything like that at the moment. But I appreciate the offer. And hey, if you enjoy the content of the channel, feel free to hang out. Always happy to have someone in the chat. More people in the chat means more conversation. More conversation more interesting stream. At least that's my perspective. Oh, Goomba. Great galloping Goombas. We found a cave. Oh dear. Yep, we have definitely found ourselves a solid cave. And it's full of nasties. Well, dear. That does not make me happy. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Nope. Galloping Goombas. I am not dealing with that right now. Yeah, pretty sure if it's not a wither skeleton skull, then the only way they're doing that is using the charged creeper. Using it to blow up mobs that have heads to drop and collecting them. The only other way people get that in this game is if they have a mod or an add-on that makes it so that a mob that doesn't usually have a head to drop will drop its head, and that mobs that do have a head to drop their head without having to be killed by a charged creeper. I'm gonna do something here. That poor guy had been sitting there since early on. It was about time he was given a break, so to speak. Oh, if only that was a thing in vanilla. If only that was a thing in vanilla Minecraft. I would have one too. Because that would be absolutely amazing. I can just imagine how sick it would look, so to speak, to have an Enderman head placed on a wall or in a display area. Sadly, I don't think Enderman head is vanilla. But I know on Java Edition there is an add-on or a data pack or something that makes it possible to get that kind of head. Among others. Okay, yep, I knew it. As soon as I made the bridge, monsters will be coming. Oh, Snoops! Snoops! What's wrong? I wonder if anybody recognized what that line was from. Yeah, cave has been found, and that was, that was not good. That was not a good encounter. No. I am going to use our Bedrock Edition bridging capabilities. I'm going to make a wall between me and some of these monsters. I mean, if they still want to try to come after me, they are welcome to try their hand. But I'm not going to make it easy for them. I see a slime. Part of this is a slime chunk. Nice. Okay, that makes things a little bit more worthwhile when it comes to this cave. There's a slime chunk here. And we've got a bat hanging around. Oh, snookums. Get back! Get back! Back! Back, you beastie! It's kind of weird that the only head that spawns in vanilla, to my knowledge, where you can just find and collect it, is the Ender Dragon head. You ever notice that? That's the only head that spawns naturally in vanilla without you having to use the charged creeper to blow something up. Hey! Who ordered the iron? I did. I did. I wanted the iron. Huh. I just said that was awesome. Was it filled with lava by any chance? Because if it had a lot of lava in it or a lot of light going on, that would explain why it was only ever spawning slimes. Slimes are the only hostile entity that, as far as I know, that can spawn in higher light levels in the overworld. I know there's a bunch of coal here. I'll come back for that another time. I'll even leave a gap there so I can see that it's there next time I run along this path. Oh, joy. Well, at least it's not a big cave. It is part of a big cave, though. My goodness, I think I just saw moss. Yep, that's moss. There's a lush cave down there. Which means there's also glowberries down there. Yeah, that is kind of weird. Huh. Woo. Strange. Lush! Lush cave! Lush cave found. Excellent. We'll be diving into that before too long. Because that's a good opportunity. That is a golden opportunity to get some moss and to get glowberries, which would be good for lighting up parts of our jungle abode. Granted, it wouldn't be able to be our only light source, but it'd be able to be one for the treetops, if nothing else. Oh, snap, it's nighttime. Oh, crud! Oh, my gumba-da-dumba-da-dumbas! We are running! We are running! We are running around! I run around, you run around, we all gonna run around. We're gonna give these mobs the run around. Ooh, mamma mia. Everybody mambo. That was not good. That was not good at all. In fact, that was probably one of the worst things that could have happened right there, was a creeper blowing up. But we got away. We're good. Oh, that's a relief. I was really afraid we were going to get blown up there for a second. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for this session, guys. I think it was a good run. We got ourselves some iron. We caught sight of a lush cave. So, hey, I think this was a good run. Also, we did the objective of the session. We got the animals moved. So, everything else was just icing on the cake. And hey, that's good cake. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for this session, everybody. Thank you all ever so much for watching, both live and otherwise. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, please be sure to let me know by leaving likes, comments, subscribing, and by smacking the bell so that you don't miss the next stream or video. It's all free. You can always change your mind later, and every little bit of it helps. And thank you guys again for watching. I really, really appreciate it. That all being said, I'm JGuard01, your guide, your bard, and your humble host into the world's virtual, and I'll see y'all next time right here on Guardian Studios. Thank you so much for watching the stream. Bye-bye! Bye!